Okay, welcome to 5 Charts in 5 Minutes. I'm going to stick to a common theme this week, and that's going to be triangles. So I found 5 charts that have got some triangle patterns forming or have broken triangle patterns, and we'll just have a quick look at what we'd look to do with them. So the first one here is PRR. I'll just take this overlay off so you can see it's Primer Biomed. Bit of a triangle starting to shape. It's a bit of a messy one, this one, but you can see the volume that's been in this since mid-December. It's had a fair bit of volume. It's dropped off a little bit of late. It's tried to swing here early in February and failed, and it's trying again now. So I'll put that overlay back up. So there's a triangle roughly. It's not the best example, but it's certainly behaving within this triangle. We did get a break to the upside somewhere around 25 here. It may well be safer to wait till 26 where this previous resistance was, but if it gets down to this pointy end, you might find that 24.5 becomes the area to look to get in. So I'll be looking for this triangle to continue to form. Look for either an entry tomorrow or in the next couple of days if this pointy end starts to form a little more, or I may wait till 26. As far as potential targets concerned, they suggest the text will tell you the depth of the triangle. So you look at 19 to about 27, so there's a good 8-cent potential trade out of that, which would give you 25 up to the 33 odd or something like that. We could probably have a quick look at a weekly and just see where that sits on a weekly chart. Maybe you can hear that noise in the background. I have new puppies that are misbehaving while I do this video, so I'll ignore them and kick on. That's a 5-year weekly. Some pretty obvious res here around 28, which would be the first step. But yeah, that's the first one, PRR. Alright, we'll get back to a daily chart here. Next one I wanted to have a look at was BOW, B-O-W. Okay, again, quite a tight little triangle. We'll draw these resistance lines on this one. So we've got the top of a triangle sort of starting to form on there, and then you could run the bottom from about there. Oh, let's try again. Okay, so you could call that a wedge, a triangle, whatever you want to call it. Certainly shaping to have broken out today. I'll just get rid of this for a moment. Previous resistance and strong resistance here around the 123 mark, close at 122.5. Little volume starting to kick in, but I'd definitely be looking for a break of this 123. And again, if we look at some kind of target, looking at 110 to about 127 depth, so 7-cent depth. If we were to enter this on the break of that res there, so let's say we're in at 124, you'd hopefully be looking at anywhere up here around 132, which kind of brings you in with this resistance back here. So that would sort of give you your triangle breakout target somewhere up around here. So that's where I'd be looking at for my first target would be that previous res. If you entered a trade like this, your stop would probably just, you've got a fairly obvious support level here with these last 3 or 4 bars, so a stop under that would probably do the trick. Now I'm running way behind 5 charts in 5 minutes here, given that we're trying to explain these triangles, so I'll try and fly through a couple more. That's Biota. This one looks to have well and truly broken that triangle today. I'll quickly try and draw this one in. It's quite a small ascending triangle here. And it looks to have broken that quite nicely. So again, if you're talking about, I'm guessing here we're probably looking at a, let me see, 136. We went down to about that bar there. There's a 15-cent target, and you could probably argue that about $1.32 is your entry. So anywhere up around $1.47 would be a potential target. It's already hit $1.41 today. But yeah, an ideal example of what a triangle can do when it breaks out. Alright, 2 more quick ones because we are running out of time. Both of these have completed a triangle. Okay, here's CYU. I won't even draw the lines on this. Very obvious triangle here. through there and there, and another little equilateral triangle. I think I called the last one an ascending triangle. It was an equilateral triangle as well. If we look at the depth of this, we've got 29 low, say 35 high to be safe, so 6 cents. Break of that if you're entered on, oh, excuse me, that's the alarm going off. Alright, I'll quickly finish these. There'll be 5 charts in 7 minutes tonight. I think when we say 6 cents, so an entry at 35 will get you 41, and look at that, it's hit that today. Doesn't mean there won't be more in this. I think this chart looks right for possibly more follow through. Break of today's high at 42, and then we've got that res at 44, and who knows where we could go to. We could have a look at a quick weekly, see if that tells us any more. Certainly plenty more upside on the weekly. Probably looking around that 50 cent mark for some strong resistance. Alright, one last quick one, and we'll go to OEX. OEX was one we actually covered on the very last video, so it's probably a good one to revisit. And again, here's your triangle here. We'll quickly draw it in. Probably class this one as an equilateral triangle of sorts as well. Probably a little bit more like an ascending one. Very rough lines there, but but you can see a pretty obvious triangle pattern. In fact, I'll probably be more inclined to grab that line and turn it into an equilateral triangle there. It looks a bit more realistic. So 50 lows around, let's get rid of that, bottom of the triangle at around 42, so 8 cent target, so anything up around 58 possible according to triangle TA. Obvious res here at 55 to get through, but really good volume today, and it's kicked on really nicely. I think we did that video on the 31st, so pretty much panned out as we thought, with 50 being the key res. Once it got through there, she kicked on. Alright, it's a little bit long tonight, but there's 5 charts in 7 minutes based on triangles. I won't be around tomorrow. I've got a small procedure in hospital, but all going well, I will be back on Wednesday, or hopefully late Tuesday afternoon. Thanks.